Striking is a skill that is used in so many different sports, like tennis or even cricket. It uses hand-eye coordination, so make sure you're giving the children plenty of opportunities to practice. Before we get started, there are a few things we need to remember before teaching our fundamental movement skills. 1. Make sure you have your sticker hand and sticker foot ready to encourage the children to use opposite hand to foot. This will act as a visual cue and support your teaching as well as the students. 2. Make sure you start with a bigger ball. And 3. Make sure that with any of our manipulative skills, you start by teaching the arms first before including the legs. It's time to break down our striking. Step 1 of striking, we're going to focus on our hands. So let's clap our hands together like this. And we're going to move from shoulder to shoulder, shoulder to shoulder. Great job. Maybe next time you try it, you could put on some music and we could turn it into a dance move. So let's put that music on and we can go from side to side, just like this. Great job. Step 2 of our striking, we need to practice what our legs are doing. So let's put our hands on our hips. Our legs aren't moving too much, but we do need to practice how our weight is transferring from side to side. So you could stand out with your legs apart, and we're just going to point one foot out, and then swap, and swap, and swap. Great job. You could also, once again, put some music on and practice doing some twists with the children, just like this. Because when we do our striking, we do have to move our hips a little bit to make sure our strike has power. Step 3 of our striking, we need to get the children ready with the object we're going to strike with. So if you have a bat, you could use a bat, or if you wanted, you could use some cardboard or some wrapping paper card. I have that here with me today. You could even color it to make it way more fun. So when you're ready, we're going to make sure that the children know how to hold their batting object. So it's important that their non-sticker hand is on the bottom and our sticker hand is on the top. And we're holding it down the bottom so we have control. When you think they're ready, we can start to strike. If you don't have a tee like this, that's so fine. You can balance a ball on anything that you have at your service. You could also grab some stockings, maybe ones that would have been thrown away, and put some socks or a ball in them and hang it off the tree, and the children can practice their striking with that. Whatever you have at your service will do just fine. Let's practice a big strike all together, making sure that we're standing to the side of what you're hitting, not in front of. So I'm using a cone here to help me remember where to stand. I'm going to grab my bat to the side and I'm going to bring it to my back shoulder, and my legs are going to be apart. And I'm going to be looking down at where my ball is because I want to make sure that I hit the ball and that I don't hit the tee. It might take a little bit of practice, so let's do it really slow without hitting the ball so we know how we're going to strike. So we're looking at the ball, we're bringing our bat down, and we're about to hit it. Should we try hitting it all together? You ready? Bring it up to your shoulder, looking down at where the ball is, twisting, 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 and hit. Great job. It can be really tricky to get the hang of how we move our body, but I promise that with practice, your strikes will look amazing. There are a few common errors you might notice the children do as they start to learn a skill for the first time. It's really important that we learn to detect and correct these errors so that the children are not progressing further with bad habits. Some common errors that you might notice the children do as they start to strike is they don't know where to stand. Make sure you set up a cone, a sticker, or a piece of paper to the side of the ball and not in front of it. Another thing that you might realize they do is they don't have the power in their strike. So encourage them to step forward with their sticker foot, meaning that they will have a nice, strong, and powerful strike. And lastly, you might notice that they are not following through with their bat. So make sure you practice going shoulder to shoulder, Happy striking.